we present ExposeAnyone. Personalized audio-to-expression diffusion models are robust, zero-shot face forgery detectors. Face forgery detection is the task of determining whether a facial video is real or fake. With the rapid rise of generative AI, these technologies are becoming essential to prevent malicious misuse. One of the most challenges in face forgery detection is generalization to unseen manipulations. A prior research demonstrates that the traditional classification models such as exception, trained on a specific manipulation, deepfakes, cannot be generalized to unseen manipulations such as face-to-face, face swap, and neural textures. Previous work can be categorized into three types of learning. Most methods are trained to classify real and fake videos from existing training datasets. They could detect known types of manipulations very accurately. However, they are vulnerable when they encounter unknown manipulations. To boost the generalization ability, some work such as Face X-ray and SBI propose to generate synthetic fake samples that reproduce visual artifacts seen generally in deepfakes. However, they still rely on supervised learning on pseudo-fake samples, resulting in vulnerability to manipulations outside of training samples. In contrast, self-supervised methods that are trained only on real videos have proposed promising directions because they are inherently independent of overfitting to training fake samples. However, current self-supervised methods struggle to learn discriminative features only from self-supervision. As a result, they are not good enough to detect high-fidelity deepfakes. To overcome the limitation of self-supervised approaches, we propose ExposeAnyone that detects deepfakes by focusing on talking identities of subjects. Our method is fully self-supervised, yet it provides discriminative signals for face forgery detection. Our method is based on audio-to-facial expression diffusion models. Firstly, we pre-train our diffusion model on a large-scale, unlabeled video collection. Then, we personalize the pre-trained model for specific subjects. After that, our model works as a strong video authenticator via reconstruction. Extensive experiments demonstrate that our model achieves the best generalization ability to not only traditional deepfakes, but also the latest video generation model, Sora 2, and achieves the best average robustness to various types of corruptions. ExposeAnyone performs face forgery detection in 3 stages. Firstly, we pre-train our audio-to-expression diffusion model. We construct our pre-training dataset by extracting flame expression parameters from public video datasets. Given noisy expression coefficients in audio, our diffusion model predicts the original coefficients, which enables our model to learn general prior of facial motion correlated with audio. We then personalize our model to specific subjects on reference videos. In this stage, we insert a subject-specific adapter to learn talking identities. We freeze the pre-trained parameters and only optimize the additional adapters. This personalization strategy minimizes the additional training costs and prevents our model from catastrophic forgetting. Once personalized, our model works as an authenticator for the personalized subject. We represent the fakeness of an input video as the reconstruction distance, where small distances indicate real videos and large distances indicate fake videos. Importantly, we found that our proposed content-agnostic authentication criterion, which focuses on the difference between 2 reconstruction distances with and without adapters, significantly boosts the discrimination ability. We compare our model with previous state-of-the-art methods. Despite the fully self-supervised framework, our model detects deepfakes very accurately on different datasets, including DF-TIMIT, DFDCP, KoDF, and IDForge datasets, and achieves the best average AUC. We again emphasize that the previous self-supervised approaches struggle to learn discrimination ability. We also observe that our model pre-trained only on Voxelab 2 dataset still outperforms all the previous methods in the average AUC. Beyond the traditional deepfakes, we evaluate the detectors on Sora 2 generated videos. To this end, we introduce Sora 2 Cameo Forensics Preview dataset, which is the first dataset for face forensics on Sora 2 generated videos. For each subject, our dataset includes 40 real clips for reference and 12 real and 12 fake clips for testing. To produce a high-quality test set, we aim to eliminate content discrepancies between real and generated videos. Specifically, we adopt GPT-5 and Whisper to extract the scene descriptions and transcriptions.
You can say, oh man, it's doing everything I do. What's going to happen to me? Or you can say, like through every other technological revolution in history.
Then, we input the extracted information into Sora 2 so that the generated videos have very similar contents to the original videos.
You can say, oh man, it's doing everything I do. What's going to happen to me? Or you can say, like through every other technological revolution in history.
We report the test set AUC on each subject. We can see that the previous state-of-the-art face forgery detectors and even diffusion-generated image detectors fail to distinguish Sora 2-generated videos from real videos. In contrast, our approach performs consistently on Sora 2-generated videos. This result indicates that our model captures high-level talking identity representations that generalize to not only traditional deepfakes but also the latest video generation model, Sora 2. In real-world scenarios, detectors sometimes encounter various types of corrupted videos, which makes it difficult to capture forgery traces. Following deeper forensics, we evaluate the model robustness to 7 common corruptions with different severity levels on the IDForge dataset. This is the result. Note that 0 severity level means original videos without corruptions. Our method achieves highly consistent AUC, especially on JPEG and video compression that detectors encounter frequently in real-world scenarios. The result highlights the importance of focusing on high-level semantic features, such as talking identities, which are less likely to be degraded by corruptions, rather than on low-level features like texture patterns. Finally, we visualize the per-frame authentication scores that indicate the fakeness of videos. We can see that the authentication scores of fake videos tends to larger than those of real videos.
Are you looking for employment?
The tooth fairy forgot to come when Roger's tooth fell.
Cliff was soothed by the luxurious massage.
Drop 5 forms in the box before you go out.
Up is addictive food. I think that since we've been very young, we
probably not. If we look at the history of reporting, everyone leans one way or another, and even
lecture provider, and this is who you go with. And so when I moved to Texas, it was very interesting because they're like, oh, these are your 5.
Maybe writing a little cheat sheet on a tiny piece of paper. And most of the time, they got
금, 은, 백금 따위의 귀금속을 바탕으로 하는 합금. 바퀴 달린 탈 것은 마차로부터 고속 전철까지 발전해 왔다.
아랫사람에게서 받은 은덕. 우리 두 사람은 철석 같은 사랑을 약속하였다.
I went one day and I sat down in a pub all day long and talked about it.
And what's my full name, which is really long, kind of is now forever and a day become this.
Physical is my baby. That took us a really long time to do.
Of being attacked or harassed because of where they are from, what they look like, who you may love.
AI systems can do some things incredibly well, struggle with some others, and humans use these tools and bring their sort of...
AI systems can do some things incredibly well, struggle with some others, and humans use these tools and bring their...
We have food tech, we have all kinds of other cool things like connected homes and just everything that kind of revolves around technology, not necessarily wearables. There's
have food tech, we have all kinds of other cool things like connected homes and just everything that kind of revolves around technology, not necessarily
Thank you for watching. For more details, please refer to the research paper.